Hey, everybody, we'll get started in just a second.
Then I started getting a splitting headaches, right?
You do look a little under the weather.
We're ready to roll. All right, are you seeing that on YouTube there, Harlequin?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome. Happy Monday evening. It is time for the DAC Team Winn Zoom. My name is Ellen Winn. For those of you that don't know me, I'm an independent agent and your senior team leader. I've been with DAC since June of 2018. I know if you're new and you're getting my emails, you probably don't understand what the hierarchy is. Here's how it works. I got started in June of 2018, and over the past almost 6 years, I've recruited a large team of personally recruited agents who've also recruited a large team of their personally recruited agents, and so on and so on. Harlequin is on as my co-host. She is one of my personally enrolled agents. She has a large organization. Many of you are probably in her team, but you're also on my team. So that's how it works. You're getting my emails because you're in my organization somewhere. I may not be your enroller, but I'm here to help support you. And I lead these calls every Monday to help support you guys. It gives you an opportunity to get face-to-face, get your questions answered. I know many of you are not able to attend the live Zooms during the week that are done at daczoom.com because maybe you have a work schedule and you can't be there at 11:30 Eastern time, right? So we do these on Monday evenings, giving more people an opportunity to get questions answered. We've got some guests on here tonight, and many people watch this on the replay, but I'm going to make this short and sweet. We've got great things happening in DAC, more great things right around the corner. I want to get us into slide share mode and go through a few things that are put together, and then I'll open up for any questions. So if you have questions right now, be prepared to ask those when we finish up, okay? So real quick, I always like leading off about who DAC is. For those of you that may not have seen the full presentation, or you have, but you've forgotten some of the details because you're getting reactivated with us, DAC is an 8-year-old company. We started in 2015 with one product, and that was our funding service, which is still our flagship program. It's the big upfront money that can be made here as we're building a long-term residual with our other services. But because DAC has been building a strong foundation over the past 8 years and putting systems in place and adding layers of support and additional services and building a team of leaders like myself and Harlequin and Brian, who's on here tonight, we're here to help propel and move the company into its second phase of growth. We're looking for folks like you who are serious, who want to really build a significant part-time income, or maybe lead a team and earn on what a team does on a nationwide basis. We're here where you can build under the umbrella of David Allen Capital and under the umbrella support and services that we offer, and be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So we're real excited that you're here, getting engaged or getting re-engaged with DAC. Now, building your business here, you have two options. One, you can just say, hey, I don't want to do anything but be an affiliate. I want to market and make money off of getting customers to the table, right? That's the core of our income stream, is getting customers. And I can tell you right now, if you are not willing to go get customers and you're not willing to share our services with other people that can benefit from either our funding or saving money on healthcare or RX plan or having the best identity theft protection program in the nation at the best price, lines of credit, credit card processing, all the services that we offer, we're either giving a business owner money that they can't get from the bank, or we're helping people spend money on stuff they're save money on stuff that they're already spending money on, and we're helping them keep more of their money in their pocket. Okay, if you're not willing to share those services, then you need to go ahead and turn off the channel and go find something else to do, because just being brutally honest with you, that's the core of this business. And if you're not willing to go get customers, you're not going to succeed here. You're not going to be able to make money. You will in the first 90 days if you recruit other people who get customers, But after 90 days, if you don't have customers on your own, you're not eligible to earn on what your team does. So you got to have the customer getting mentality to be successful here. Whether you're doing this by yourself or if you really want to maximize your income, you can build a team. And I want to talk about that tonight because we've got a tremendous recruiting incentive going on. It ends tomorrow night at midnight, April the 30th. So to help support that tomorrow, on Tuesday, I normally do our healthcare Zoom and RX updates for the company at daczoom.com at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. We do that every week. We've been doing that really since we launched this program. I took it over about a month and a half ago, doing some updates instead of the Clearwater team, just because I can talk about healthcare, RX, and be able to answer a broader line of questioning there. But we're going to do that in less than 30 minutes. And then starting tomorrow, on the DAC Zoom channel, I'm going to be following that healthcare Zoom with a business opportunity overview. Those of you on my team, I've done a BizOp overview for the past 2 weeks. We were doing it here on our team channel, but tomorrow, starting at noon, we're going to stay on the DAC Zoom and do it for the whole company. What does that mean for you? And what do I need from you? I need you to show up and I need you to bring some guests to that, okay? The more people that are in that Zoom room, the better my energy is and the better presentation I'm going to give. I promise you I will. So come support that, but don't come alone. Bring some guests with you. 12 o'clock noon tomorrow, BizOp overview. That business opportunity will be 30 minutes, okay? And we'll be done. So between healthcare and the BizOp, figure you'll spend an hour with me and we'll be done on 2 different topics, okay? Something else I need to announce before we go into the core of our recruiting incentive, and that is over the next couple of days or so, be on the lookout. If you're receiving my text messages, my Team Winn group messaging that you had to subscribe to when you signed up as an agent, if you're receiving those messages, I'm going to be slimming up my list and paring down. I have hundreds of people on that list, and I'm having to pay on a per message going out. And I know I've got quite a few people that are in the inactive list, as I can see people haven't reactivated their position with DAC. So that means they're not wanting to receive my messages either. They're not opening them, and I'm having to pay extra for people that aren't opening. So I'm going to be sending out messages that you need to read and follow the instructions in that. What I'm going to do is set up some different groups, and I'll ask you to text over certain code words so that it'll sort you out of that list. And then if you don't reply over the course of the next few days and follow the instructions in those text messages, then I'm going to delete you out of the system, because it doesn't make sense for me to pay a lot of money for text messages going out to people that aren't even paying attention to what I send out. Okay, so please pay attention to that. If you have people on the team, tell them to make sure they're on the lookout, or I'll be removing them from my texting platform. Okay, another thing that really would make it simple, you know, I use the texting platform as a reminder to say, hey, we're about to start on this Zoom, we're about to start on that Zoom. Y'all need to do what I do, and that is to look, my reminder on my phone, it says Team Zoom. It went off at 15 till, and then at 5 till it went off again, beeping, letting me know, hey, you need to start the Zoom. So you guys need to be business owners and set your own alerts on your phone to remind you of all these different meetings, because I've been kind of hand-holding you and sending those alerts out to remind you the meetings are there, but I can't do it. It's just not cost effective for me to do that. So you're going to have to take that responsibility of knowing when to be and where to be, what day of the week. Okay. All right, let's get into the good stuff on the Recruiting Amped Up Challenge. Guys, tomorrow is going to end this challenge, and it is huge. Right now, anybody that signs up as a new affiliate through your referral link between now and midnight tomorrow night, they sign up by April the 30th, then they're going to make an extra 50% commission on any fundings that they get in their first 30 days. Okay. So instead of making 4% on that funded amount, they're going to make 6%. And I say 4 and 6%. It's typically 10% of the of the funded amount is the bonus revenue, and we make between 40 and 80%, which in simple terms equates to generally the starting commission for a new funded client is 4% of the funded amount. With this promotion, those new agents will not make 4%. They'll get another 2 on top of that. So they'll make 6% on a new funding deal if they get a funded client in their first 30 days. Now, again, they have to sign up and be in the DAC system by April the 30th. Anybody that signed up during the month of April is going to qualify for that extra 2%. Okay. But also for you, your incentive as the enroller, the person that refers them, is that you're going to be considered auto engaged, which means you're going to automatically make 25% match on their base commission. That base would be 4%. So if they help somebody get a $50,000 funding, their base commission is 4%. So 50,000 times 4 would be a $2,000 commission. Okay. You'd get a 25% match on that. You don't get a match on the extra 2% that they make, but they're still going to get it. They'd make 6% of the 50. So they get a $3,000 commission. You'd make a 25% match on that 4% base of 2,000, make 500. I believe I went through this last week and I misstated that. I just was doing the numbers in my head and didn't catch that until I watched the replay, but you get 25% match of the base commission. But either way you look at it, that's a lot of money the DAC is just giving away as an incentive for you to go recruit people this month. Okay, David announced this, and the intention was, let's see if this sparks our recruiting numbers or puts a spike in our recruiting numbers. And if it does, he was willing to potentially add this to the compensation plan long term. But you know what? As a company, we didn't perform. So I'm sad about that because I was looking forward to that incentive being added. Many of you did your part in contributing and many of you did not. So maybe next time he rolls out an incentive like that, we'll all participate. And that would be the hope. Okay. So to help you with that incentive, again, the live presentation tomorrow, you've got 2 different opportunity videos on your partner page right now. There's a 4-minute short video and then the longer 14-minute video that goes through the comp plan. Maybe you send somebody over there and they're going, well, this sounds too good to be true. Say, well, hey, come out tomorrow at noon. We've got a lady, she's one of the top leaders in the company. She's going to be doing a live presentation at 12 o'clock noon. And you can see and hear from someone in real time presenting about the opportunity. If we've got time at the end, I may open up for questions, but I think I'm on a tight schedule tomorrow, so I probably won't be able to, but I will get that presentation done within 30 minutes. Okay. So always edify the presenter. If you're sending them to the website, edify that the man doing the presentation is the CEO and the founder of David Allen Capital. He's the passion and the creator of this opportunity. And if you're inviting them to my presentation, edify me. Having been here for almost 6 years, I've been a business owner since '97 with traditional businesses, and I'm one of the top leaders in the field here with DAC. So give that credibility to the presenters, and people watching will understand the value of what we have. So what I want to go through on the Amped Up Challenge, I want to go through a little segment of part of our business presentation where we talk about the income potential here. And guys, as I said, you got to be willing to get customers, because customers is where the money comes from. People don't have to pay a fee to get started at DAC. Most other home-based businesses or network marketing companies, the money that transfers from agent to agent and the commission that gets made from agent to agent, a lot of that money comes from recruiting, where you introduce a new prospective client or a partner, and that partner says, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. And they pay $500 or $1,000 or $1,500 to get started. And that's where the money is made with a lot of these other companies. They get paid off of that recruiting package that gets purchased when someone new signs up. Well, most of those people don't make money, and DAC is free, so that there's no risk. You can get started for free. But the only way you're going to make money here is to get customers and create a team of customer getters, right? That are creating revenue, because that's the only place anybody gets money from. David says he won't make a dime before you make a dollar. And that's how our compensation plan is driven. You make a dollar, DAC makes about a dime off of that. So about 10% of what gets paid out into the field. So let me get over to another slideshow, and I'll go through 3 brief slides, and we'll be done talking about this, and I'll open up for any questions that you might have. Harlequin, did that go over to the other slides that I'm waiting to open?
No, it looks like it is now.
Got a black screen in the background.
Black screen, yeah.
Yeah, it's working. It's coming up. There we go.
Okay, you're good.
Thank you. Okay, so the enroller match. This gets me excited because there's so much money in this compensation plan. Yeah, it's great to get paid on your personal commissions, personal customer bonuses, and residual income. But when you really start seeing the magnification of this by building a team, it's unbelievable how much money you can make here, okay? So here you are on your personal commissions, on the bonuses. Let's talk about that for a minute, because we're talking about the amped up recruiting incentive. You earn 40 to 80% on your personal commissions. And as an enroller, you can make a 10% match if you're in your first 90 days, or if you have 200 personal residual revenue after 90 days, you can still make a 10% enroller match on bonuses. Or with this incentive, we're automatically going to pay you 25% and assume that you have had a funding client, even though you didn't have to, because we're going to assume that you're engaged. That's what engaged is. You make a 25% match on that enroller income. Okay. And then on residuals, you make between 20 and 50% match on your personal commissions. And you can also make that same amount on enroller match, because it mirrors exactly what you make on your personal income. So let's take a look at that personally enrolled agent match of their base commission, where you earn between 10 and 50%. Let's say that your frontline agents go out and they start gathering customers. You got one that makes 3,200, one that makes 40, 160, 20, 180, and 1,800. Okay. All combined, your frontline agents, personally enrolled team, earns $5,400. And if we look at this bottom box over here, the 10 to 50% match, what is 10% of $5,400? Well, that would be $540 minimum, all the way up to 50% of $2,700 would be 50% match of 5,400. So this is where your income can really be magnified if you decide to refer the opportunity out and build a team. Okay, that's the key point that you want to consider there. We also have that 7-level matching income overrides, where you start building a team outside of your front line, anybody that they refer and so on, all the way through 7 levels deep in your team, you're going to be able to earn a 7-level match of 25 to 30%. So let's say that somewhere in your team, you've got one agent that's making a base income of $100 a month residually. Your 25% match of that is going to be $25 a month. On that one person, they're making $100. That's their full commission, because they're in your 7 levels, and because you're qualified with at least 50 personal residual revenue points. 200 is the number you want to shoot for, but got to have at least 50 to get this 7-level match. You'd make $25. But imagine your team grows, and now what if you had 200 people in your team that are earning $100 a month? Multiply that. 200 times 100 is $20,000 of income that's being made in your 7-level team. And you get a 25% match on that, which equates to $5,000 a month income, because you were at the top of the heap and started recruiting a team, and they recruited a few, and they recruited a few, and so on, to where you can be like me and literally have thousands of people in your organization. Okay. I literally have thousands of people in my team because I told a few, they told a few, and so on and so on. So, guys, the money is here, the opportunity is here, but it's up to you to get it started. As you move on through outside of the personal commissions, the enroller match, the 7-level pay, we also have open line infinity and coded overrides on bonuses. You can qualify for car allowances, expense allowances, even be part of the company-wide revenue share. And then at the very top level of the company, you can earn equity where you actually own part of DAC. So the money is here for the taking, but I challenge you to be one of those. And will it be you? Will it be you or will it be someone else? Because the opportunity is here if you want to take it and run with it. Okay, now let's go in. Come off a screen share for a minute, and I want you to go through an example with me. And you probably want to pull out a piece of paper, and I'm going to pull out a blank piece of paper here. Let me find one I haven't written on. Go through and draw. Okay, on this piece of paper, I want you to draw a circle with you at the top of that circle. So just in the middle of the page at the top, draw a circle with you, okay? And then I want you to think of 5 people that are sharp, motivated people that you would love to have in business with you. I want you to think of 5 people, and I want you to draw 5 lines out from you with a circle at each one of those. And I want you to think about it. We'll take a minute here. And I want you just to fill in the name. This is for your use only, so don't worry about disclosing anybody's name to anybody else because these are your notes, okay? 5 people. So think of it like this. If you were creating a company, starting up from scratch, and you're having to invest a lot of money in your company, and you need a board of directors to help you develop and grow this company and advise on this company, who would you want on your board of directors, right? Those are the type people that I'm asking you to put on this piece of paper right now. So let's list 5 people that you want in your business. All right. And in those names, I want you to think this, okay? Are you willing to call that person and ask them a simple question, or maybe send them a text message and ask them a simple question? Hey, I was just thinking about you. I've run across a company with a tremendous opportunity and just got a question. Do you keep your options open for making money outside of what you're currently doing? Or just nix what I just said on top of that, just the message or the question of, do you keep your options open for making money outside of what you're currently doing? We've been covering this week after week after week. It's a simple question, right? You ask that. And then if they say yes, then you say, great, I've got some information I would like to show you, or I'd like to share with you. I need to send you a link to a website that has a short video on it. Is email, text, or messenger the best way for me to send this information to you? Find out, confirm, and then send it, okay? And ask them, hey, can you watch it today? It'll only take you a few minutes to check it out. It may or may not be a good fit, but either way, can you watch it today, okay? So do you keep your options open? Once I've got something I want to show you, it may or may not be a good fit. Can you watch it today? Only take you a few minutes to check it out, which is true. Or we got a 4-minute video, or even if they watch the longer video, or even if they come to my presentation, that's going to be about 30 minutes. Somebody in the first few minutes of the presentation is going to get a feel for what we're doing, right? And they're going to go, hey, this sounds interesting. Or they're going to go, oh no, it's one of those, I'm out of here. You know, they'll make their own decision up in just a few minutes. But I want you to think about those 5 people and what can I do to help you reach out to those people? That'd be my first question. If you're not willing to text them, or you're not willing to call them or send them an email asking the question, what can I do to help you? Because I don't have a problem in the world with doing a 3-way call and doing the invite to say, let's say that Harlequin refers me to Bob, right? Harlequin says, hey, Ellen, I've got a friend, Bob. He's super sharp and he's super successful. And I'm really kind of timid about reaching out to him. Can you help me with him? I'll say, sure. So Harlequin does the three-way call. She edifies me and she says, Bob, listen, I'm getting my friend and team leader on a call here. I'm kind of new. She really knows the business inside out. And I want to introduce you. We got a couple of questions for you. And I'm going to say, hey, Bob, good to meet you. Harlequin's told me some great things about you. Said, we're building a team together. We're building a business nationwide. And when I asked Harlequin some of the most successful people that she knew, you were one of the first people that she thought of. And my question to you, Bob, is do you keep your options open for making money outside of what you're currently doing? And he's going to say, well, yeah, maybe. What you got? And say, great. Listen, I've got something we want to share with you. I'm going to get Harlequin to send you her website. There's a short video on there. If you'll watch that video, it'll only take you a few minutes. It may or may not be a good fit, but you'll get a good feel for it after you watch a short video. Is that something we can go ahead and send over to you now and you take a few minutes to watch and listen to? And Bob's going to say, yeah, sure, send it, because we're going to be friendly in that. And I'm going to be encouraging, right? And we're just looking for a few select people. But I've already told Bob that I know that he's very successful and Harlequin has edified him as one of the most successful people in the world. So now that I've lifted him up, he's like, okay, sure, I'll take a look at this, right? And he's wanting to see what we have to offer. It's a good fit or it's not, then we're moving on to the next person. But that's kind of how a three-way call would go. Okay, so I'm happy to do those. Harlequin can do those with you if you're on her team. Brian, I see Brian Hinman on here. Brian's got a team going. I know Brian can do those kind of calls with his team and so on. But guys, that's how you build a business. David talked about it at length today on our leadership Zoom. And I've done this time and time again because all the businesses that I've built in the direct marketing space, we didn't have Zoom. We didn't have all of the tools that we have online today. It was face-to-face, in-home meetings, or people coming to our training center. So I'm happy to talk to people for you. But if I don't need to do that, I want you to continue drawing on this piece of paper for me. So you've got 5 names listed there as to who your board of directors is. Now, you know those people, you know who they are, right? I want you to think of who they know. Who's in that circle that you know that they're friends with, that maybe you don't have the same relationship with, but maybe you know Tom, and Tom, you know Tom knows Brandon, but you don't know Brandon real well, but Tom does. So Brandon would be a good referral for Tom. So start writing down some names under these 5 people that you have referred, okay? So take a minute and let's do that. Let's go to the first person and think of at least 2 people that they know per person that you listed, okay? Let's take 30 seconds of silence so you can write those names down. Okay. I know I'm pushing you. All right. Okay, so if you got 5 people listed and you went through and you listed at least 2 that each of those 5 people knew, do you know what just happened? You went from no recruits to having a team of 15 people, if you do the math on that. And that's only if you're looking at who that circle knows and they only know 2. But what if you ask them to do the same exercise and ask them to say, okay, who are 5 people that you would love to have on your board of directors, right? So that's how you build out a team. And then you've got to take action on that. You've got to reach out to those people and you got to invite them to the opportunity. Guys, we're on the edge of something really big happening with DAC. And those of you that have been around, I know you've been hearing us say that because every layer that we add, we say that. We've got something else coming and something else coming. But I want you to think of this. If you look at Apple and the iPhone, right? What generation of iPhones are we on right now? Is it 13, 14? I don't know. I don't have an iPhone. Harlequin, what model are we on these days with iPhones? Is it 13?
Oh no, that was a few years back.
Was it? I know
Yeah.
I'm on We're on the 24th generation of my Android. I'm an Android baby. So,
Yeah, I don't have
um,
the latest one, so I don't know what number it is.
so every year there's a new iteration of their previous model. They've added some bells and whistles to it and something neater that are going to cause people to spend more money, right? But with DAC, we're adding layers of service or layers of support or layers of a tool that can help you grow your business. So DAC is no different than any other major company out here that started small and started growing and expanding their base of services or base of products and growing and developing. And DAC is doing that. So if you're here to really lock in and run with us, I want you to take the bull by the horns and start recruiting, start putting some numbers on the board. Because again, this recruiting challenge ends tomorrow night at midnight. So right now you got an opportunity to help some people that you know get in with a leg up with extra income on their first funding client if they get a funding deal in their first 30 days, but they got to be in the system by midnight, April 30th, 2024 to get that extra 2%. And for you to automatically get that 25% match. If you're already engaged because you've had a funding client, then you'll get paid as amped up, okay, or double amped. You'll get paid a next level up from where you currently are according to the comp plan. All right. So that's all I have for tonight. Any questions? I see somebody posted something in the chat there. Good evening, DAC team. Hey, Ray. Good evening to you as well. Any questions or comments before we wrap up? Anybody? Anybody? Nada. That's all good. Every time we don't get questions, I'm going, well, I must have answered everybody's question, left them all speechless.
Yeah.
Harlequin, you're smiling. Did I forget something? Did I miss covering something? We didn't
No,
talk
but
about
this
renewing.
is something that we spoke about earlier, and I got an email or a text message back from David. Um, and I
On
didn't
the
get a chance to talk to you about it. Um, if anyone has somebody on their team who has not renewed yet, and they're trying to, and they're listed as inactive in your back office, if they go and try and reset their password and don't get there should be an email sent from support at David Allen Capital. It may go to their spam folder. We're not sure. But if for some reason they don't receive that, if you can let me know, or Ellen, David has asked me to send a list of people that are having that challenge because we've had a couple of people have that problem. He's being told that the emails are being sent, but we've had some people say that they haven't received it. So we're trying to figure out where the disconnect is.
Okay, great. So for those of you that don't know what Harlequin's talking about on the renewal process, if you were in the business prior to April the 1st, you've been here a year, we started a renewal process. The reason being, DAC is a free opportunity, and we have tens of thousands of agents in our database, but a lot of them aren't opening our emails, aren't opening messages, aren't opening text messages, like I said. So we're flushing the dead meat so that we can pay for services that are going to people that want to have, because it costs money to host per member, and it costs money to host on the texting platform. So we want to just flush the system of folks that are not active, right? So we started a renewal process, and after April 1st, if you did not go in, which just all you need to do is log into your back office using your agent ID and password. If you don't know what that password is, with your agent ID, you can click on Forgot Password, reset it. It'll send a link over to your email, as Harlequin was referencing, so that you can go in and create a new password. But the renewal process starts when you first log into the back office. If you've not renewed, you'll know immediately, because once you've logged in, the first thing you'll see on screen is the renewal process. You'll have to answer 3 questions. Familiar with the terms and conditions, policies, and procedures of compensation plan. You'll have to check off on those and then type in your name for an e-signature, okay? And then submit that. And then once you've done that, it'll let you on into the back office. If you're able to log into the back office and you're automatically going straight into the dashboard, it's not time for you to renew, or you've already done that. So it's either or. You log in and it's renewal in front of you, or if you're good to go, when you log in, the renewal is not there. So that's what you need to do, and then follow what Harlequin just said. If you're not getting that reset email, let either me or Harlequin know. If you're on her team, send us an email saying, hey, I'm on that list. Can you add me to the list that's not getting the reset? We've worked through a few of those, but we just need to know that you want to stay actively involved with DAC. One more year rolls around, you'll go through the same process again. As always, it's free, no cost to do that. We just need to know that you want to remain in our database. Okay. If you don't renew after 6 months, your position will be eliminated, and any team that you have under you will just move up and you'll be taken out of the equation. So you'll miss out on potential team growth and overrides down the road. Okay. All right. Did that kind of nail that in a nutshell between both of our answers? Thank you, Harlequin, for bringing that up.
Yeah, and thank you for explaining a better way.
No, just more detail, because some people didn't understand where that came from, but you and
Yeah.
I know all in depth, right? Let's see. Can we please talk a minute on tomorrow sometime? Yeah, Paul. Just send me a text message, probably
Actually, he's
after.
he's unmuted himself. Paul, who is that
Okay.
directed towards?
Yeah.
Yes, it's for Ellen.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul, if you'll reach out to me after, it'll be after lunch, because I've got a busy, hectic morning going. Let me tell you what time, and you can reach out.
Okay. Not a problem. Probably about 2 o'clock. Is that better? Maybe about 2.
2 Eastern time. Yeah, 2:30 should be good.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll text you first. So.
All right,
Okay.
sounds
Yeah.
good. All right,
Sounds
guys.
good. I've
Well,
been enjoying myself.
awesome. Glad you're here. All right, everybody. Unless we have any more questions or comments, we're going to wrap up. And again, let's just pack out the room tomorrow at daczoom.com, starting at 11:30. I've got some great stuff for healthcare tomorrow. You're going to want to make sure you're on there. And then 12 o'clock, bring some guests and let's get them in front of the live business opportunity presentation. Okay. I appreciate you all for being here tonight or watching on the replay. Let's go make a difference, not only in your lives, but in the people's lives that we can touch with this opportunity and with our services. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a blessed evening.